guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been well. If you're new here, you're welcome. Please consider subscribing. My name is Pajero. I occasionally make amazing content. I always just end up getting so busy at work, and I'm so grateful for my job. I really love what I do, but I will also try to make sure that I prioritize YouTube and making content that will have an impact on your life. So I decided to make this channel more of finance, savings, career, education kind of videos, and then all my style content is on my Instagram page. I'm a content creator. I have lots of style and fashion videos on my Instagram page. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. My handle is _Pajero. I will leave the direct link below, and I will really appreciate. Before I went on a month-long break, I had promised to share videos on savings and investments. I have been fortunate enough to work in real estate. I've worked in logistics and transportation, I have worked in insurance, and now I'm working in private equity. So everything to do with finance in those fields I have sort of touched. So I feel like I'm in a place where I can address most financial issues, if not all of them. All right, so I honestly want to make sure I start this series on savings. I also want to do another series on investments. The thing is, unless you have generational wealth, you'll not be able to invest, right? So I want us to first do the savings series and then get into the investments series, because you have to have some money first that you've saved or inherited or something for you to be able to invest it. All right, so this is the first part of that series, and because it's a holiday time, I wanted to share a few tips on how to save your money during the holiday season. Let me tell you, there's just like a demon that comes during the holidays. Yani unasikia tu unawashwa hata kama una pesa. You are just feeling like you need to spend money, which you really shouldn't. So I have a few tips that I want to share with you guys on how to save your money during the holiday season. Very simple tips, very realistic tips. I'm not giving you tips that I've just Googled or something. They are tips that I actually started applying in my life, and they helped me save money during the holiday season. There are some that I am implementing this holiday, and I know they're going to save me a lot of money. All right, so let's get into the tips. Tip number 1. You know those Instagram stores that you have turned the post notification on? Then you're just sitting in the house, unaona XX has posted a new picture, then you click on it, you're like, this is the jacket I've been looking for. You know the way it's so easy to convince yourself, especially during the holiday season, that I deserve this, I have worked hard, this has been a hard year, all these things. So you see that thing that you've psychologically been longing for, and you're like, this must be God sent, this is the thing I need right now, whatever. Don't even, I'm watching you. Tip number 1 is to turn those post notifications off ASAP. You can even go do it now. You know those shops that always tempt you with nice things? Turn those post notifications off, because trust me, with all this holiday excitement and people shopping all around and all this, when you see something that you've actually wanted for a long time, you'll be like, okay, this is a sign from above. It is a sign from above where? There's no sign. You need to turn those post notifications off. You'll be tempted to spend more than you actually have or more than you budgeted for. So that's tip number 1. And this for me is so personal, because kitambo I used to be addicted to shopping all the time. Nikiona kitu, maybe like I've longed for like maybe a certain type of jacket for so long, then I see it, and then there's this excitement all around me. I'm like, this is the time for me to do this. If not now, when? Don't say that to yourself. Don't spend that money. Even if you see at 50% off, just know you're not saving anything. You're actually spending, well, supposedly 50% of the amount that you would have been charged ordinarily. So don't do that. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is around gifting and appreciating the people around us. And I know not everyone, unfortunately, this year is in a position to gift their loved ones or to give, back to people that are important to you. But I feel like if you're still in a position to gift someone or people, make it a culture to always buy a gift voucher as opposed to actually going to the store with the person you're gifting, because you always end up spending more than you actually desired or budgeted to spend. Let me give you an example. Maybe you're the firstborn like myself. So I feel like I need to do shopping for our household, for my mom and dad. I also need to buy them gifts, maybe each person. So since I have been budgeting since the year started till now, I have a sort of a budget for how much I want to spend over the holiday season. So, for example, if I tell my mom, okay, mom, let's go shop for the house, tunaenda supermarket, and let's take whatever we need, nini. If I had budgeted maybe 10,000 for shopping, trust me, somehow you will just end up spending more than you had budgeted for. I don't know what happens when you're actually in the store, like, ulikuwa umepangia maybe 5k or 10k, unashtukianga it's almost double, or maybe if you had budgeted for 5k, imeshafika 8k, you're like, after mko kwa cashier. And then you know our culture is that culture of sasa nikisema wapunguze watanionaje. So unajikaza unasema okay, afu unatoa kadi hivi unalipa. And you know you hadn't budgeted for that money. Let me tell you what you should do. And especially if family is involved, because utaanza kuambia mamako hebu kwanza tugawe hii mafuta ikwe half, sijui unga half. Hapana, kama umebudget na umesema paje, I'm going to spend 5k on household shopping, then maybe I'll give my dad X, my mom X, my sister X. I am going to make sure I stick to that budget. And how do I do this? By getting gift vouchers. My sister kama alikuwa amesema maybe she needs a shoe or a bag or something, I just ask her which one and from where, right? So naenda na by which store can I use? Basic Detail, which is my jewelry page. I go to Basic Detail and I ask them if they're selling vouchers, which we are. Direct link below. Then I'm like, I'm just going to buy my sister a voucher for like 2,000 or 3,000. Then it's up to her to decide, okay, with this 3,000, which items should I actually get? Such that if she wants to be a bit extravagant, she knows that the extra amount she needs, itabidi a top up mwenyewe. That's the same thing with even shopping for your family and friends. Inaenda to Naivas or Carrefour or whichever supermarket they can get access to. Then I buy voucher ya 10k, exactly 10,000. Then I give her, I'm like, hi mom, this is your Christmas present. Feel free to buy whatever you guys need. That's it. Mi nimeshaoga mikono na nika exit your obligation. Seriously, that means even if I am going with my mom to the supermarket at that time, I just give her the voucher, or if it's my dad, do hii voucher dad, to buy kenye tunahitaji na tuende tulipe nayo. You know what will happen immediately? Unasikia, leta calculator. Unaanza kuandika, ati ngapi tunabuy? Then what happens? Mkikaribia kuhit maybe the 5k or 10k mark, na kusema, we, imebaki ngapi? 600. So what else do we need? So you're on a long list, but anaanza ku prioritize because you've sort of restricted them to that budget. So please make sure you buy your loved ones, friends, everyone who is important to you a gift voucher. Don't lie to yourself. Ati, let me take you to the store, we buy the things. Utaribu pesa, afu utakuja hapa January kutafuta videos on how to save, yet you overspent during the holidays. I am here to help us all. So that's tip number 2. Buy gift vouchers. Number 3, if you're traveling this Christmas holiday or New Year and you had actually planned to travel, that is all right. But if you hadn't budgeted, if you hadn't planned on traveling, do not do it. And that's the culture I was talking about locally, or is it just globally? I don't know. Is that culture of feeling shame in terms of, I am not able to do this now, but I will just force myself because what will people say? And I feel the thing that has liberated me the most is accepting myself and where I am, and most importantly financially, because if I seek to please people all the time, especially with regard to my finances, I'm the one who's going to lose at the end of the day. So me nimejifunza, and I thank God for getting older, because you know when you're older you have the freedom to say no to things. I'm just like, I would have loved to go, but I can't do it. Sikuwa nimebudgetia na sina hiyo do sai. You think someone will drag you forcefully to where they wanted you to go? No. They'll be like, oh, uko sure? Yes, niko sure. Asante sana. Karibu. Bye. You're standing against me and financial freedom. Why am I having so many jokes today? And this is a very serious topic. But honestly, if you had planned on traveling or going to the countryside or seeing your friends and family, that's fine. And you had budgeted for it within reason. Again, me, the budget freak, and you will see this in the series that we're going to have. If you had budgeted, it's all right, you can do that. But if you hadn't, do not be forced or guilt tripped into going somewhere or buying things just because people around you are doing it. The excuse that we can all use this season, as sad as it might be, is the pandemic. Me, msana ni invite place. Oh, Paje, una come through nini? I'm like, we, this pandemic, mi sitaweza kumake. We, acha tu nikae kwangu, nikuwe safe. To remember to social distance, which is actually what we're supposed to do. We are all supposed to stay at home, social distance, avoid, minimize your travel as much as you can. That is an excuse that will get you out of literally anything during this period. Why not use it to help you save money, right? So the point is to just avoid too many events that you hadn't planned for, impromptu traveling, all this, unless you had actually budgeted for it. That is the only time you should actually go for it. All right. The other point related to social gatherings and all these trips is alcohol. It is so sad that so much money will be poured during this holiday season to entice you to drink more and to buy drinks and to party, make merry. How do you make merry when you can't even remember the merry you're making? Makes no sense to me. I honestly do not support alcohol. I don't drink. I don't think it's worth the money, the time. So my point to you is, do not drink this holiday season. You will be healthier, you will save your money, and you will be sober the whole time. Don't waste your money on alcohol, whether it's the holiday season or not, whether it's the work week or not, whether it's the weekend, whether it's a birthday, whether it's a function. You do not need to take alcohol. Honestly, influencers will be paid to entice you to drink more. Just know that is money you'll be wasting. Let me not overemphasize on this point, because I feel like this is the most easy point for all of us to understand. No to alcohol. Say no to alcohol. Say no to all forms of drugs. It's going to save you a lot of money. And don't think that I'm saying this because I have never drank alcohol. I used to drink alcohol. I chose to stop drinking alcohol. It's a waste of money, a waste of your time, a waste of your health, and it's just not worth it. So come to this club, the sober club. The next point, and this is a point I'm going to touch on a lot during the series of savings, is the importance of budgeting. And if you actually have a budget in place, that means your priorities are in order, and that means during the holiday season, for example, if I may use myself as an example, I have already set aside funds for my rent, for my fuel, for everything I need. I've already set money apart for that. I have set money apart for shopping for my parents. Anything that I need to shop for myself as well, I have already budgeted and allocated for. What I needed to have saved during the year, I have done that, right? So that means if you're someone who constantly budgets and organizes your finances, hautakuwa na shocks. You know what pisses me off the most during the new year in January? Ni hizo memes za skuma, sijui tunakula cabbage, tunakula skuma, hapana. You should be disciplined enough to budget your money in such a way that if you're eating skuma, eat skuma the whole year long. Like, just be disciplined. Mimi, if there's something I value, is quality of life, and I want to have the same quality of life as far as possible. I know so many things are out of my control, but as far as possible, I want to make it a level playing field. Tujipange so that we don't have to share those memes come January. Sijui tunakula cabbage, tunakula skuma, tuna miss nyama. If unakulanga nyama, jipange ukule nyama January. So for me, because I have a budget that I always allocate for whatever I want to do, that means my January bills are well taken care of. I don't need to worry that, if I overspend, what will happen to those bills? Let me tell you, before you actually even have the chance to overspend, make sure you have already allocated money towards the things that are important, If you're a parent, you should have already budgeted for your kids' school fees, your whatever they might need, for yourself, transportation, fuel, for the whole month of January, just as you would survive the other months. Because if you're, for example, if you're salaried, that means for December you survived using November cash. I don't see why then we should not be able to go through January with the money from December. It's just I feel like a thing that we're just used to. Ati January itakuwa ngumu sijui nini. If we are able to budget and be disciplined, we will never have this story of posting these funny memes and saying January is hard, what. Ladies, wacha niwaambie siri. If you're dating someone mwenye anapost hizo memes, hebu toroka. I want someone who's able to budget for their life and have their finances in order. And I also feel like, gentlemen, please also raise your standards. I also want my man to know that I am a responsible person. I have budgeted for my money. It's not like mid-January now I'm calling, hey baby, could you save me how much for what? Hey, minashanga. Like, what's the issue here? And then guys, I also don't want to be dating someone who tells me, oh, najua in January we hata sikuwa nimejipanga nini. Utatuharibia maisha basi. Don't get with such a person. Honestly, you are just going to get yourself in financial. Wacha tuliachie hiyo point hapo. So pay your bills now. If you need to save anything, save before you actually say, okay, in December I might want to spend a little bit more. Unajipanga everything else, then hizo vitu unajua pia sisemi ati tuko tu hivi, oh now I can't go anywhere. No, we also need to live a little, but within our own means. And I don't know why, if there's something I wish for us all to learn and embrace, is the fact that you can say, no, I am restricted in terms of attending this event or buying this because I don't have the financial capability at the moment. Or even if you have the money, I have budgeted for it to do with it other things. And just saying, mi siezi sai, by the sina yodo sai, sina yodo, and maybe next time. There is no harm whatsoever. And if you have friends who would shame you for saying that, they are not your friends. You shouldn't be around them at all. Alright, so those are the tips I had for today's video, specifically curated for the holiday season because that's when we tend to overspend. And I hope these tips were useful. Let me know down below which other tips you'll be using to save money during the holidays, or any of the tips that I have shared that you feel like you will implement during this holiday season, and I will really appreciate it. Alright, once again, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the like button, comment. I will really appreciate it. It helps it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And what else? Also comment below. You can even comment wishing all of us happy holidays. And yeah, let me know if you're also excited to see the savings series and the investment series that will follow after this series. And I also hope to be very authentic when I'm making these videos, because I don't want to give you people theoretical things. I want my life to be the example that I use for these videos. And I hope it will be good for all of us. Alright, share this video with your friends and family. Ndio unaona hizo points za nikisema people should not shame you, wasikie ndo ukiwaambia mimi siwezi enda wasema Paji alisema hivyo, or ukisema pandemic wanasema oh yeah, that's what she said. Unaona, so that all of you are on the same page. Thank you so much guys. God bless you. Bye.